Ahoy there, Legion! Hope everyone's enjoying their week thus far. Today we got another Warframe vidya for you. In fact, it's a response to a request by loyal Legionnaire Mr. Power. He asks us to take a look at invasion missions which tie into the Grustrag Three and Zanuka Hunter quite nicely, which is rather convenient as Mr. Power has also asked for a guide on them as well. Dude's got this on lock. Currently, you can find active invasions by going to the star chart and clicking the fist icon. From there, you can hover on each planet being invaded and even see the rewards for each individual mission. Invasion missions last until the infested have been wiped out, or if the Grineer or Corpus have filled the bar. The rewards from these things range from 10,000 credits all the way up to catalysts and reactors, but of course those are pretty rare. In order to claim those rewards, you're going to actually have to take part in the mission. Previously, you needed to complete about 5 missions to earn your payout, but in Update 17.4, they've lowered it down to 3. Win or lose, as long as you have qualified by getting at least 3 points on one faction, you'll be mailed your winnings whenever the invasion's complete. Okay, so now you got a handle on invasions. How did the G3 and Harvester get involved? Well, while one faction rewards your efforts, the opposing side doesn't take it too kindly, and over time you're going to earn the attention of one of their death squads. Similarly to the Stalker, these faction assassins are far more difficult than the normal enemies you'll face, and each have their own gimmicks and failure consequences. If you lose to the G3, for example, you'll be stuck in a net and tagged. Until you remove that tag through a crafted item the Lotus will send you, you'll only be able to do half the damage you normally can to Grineer units, so you're going to want to remove that as soon as possible. But if you lose to the Harvester, you're going to have to successfully claim back your weapons and escape a facility. If you mess that mission up, you're going to be stuck there until you do complete it. So for both examples, it's best to just not die when these guys show up in the first place. Now that you know the risks, what about those rewards? Well, for polishing off the G3, you'll slowly start to acquire the parts needed for the potent and powerful Brack. Smash the Harvester and you'll get a part of the Detron instead. As with bosses, you're going to need to kill them several times to combat the RNG gods and claim each of the 3 parts before you can combine and craft them, which leads to the million credit question. How do you get them to spawn? Well, since you asked, much like the Stalker, you're going to need to get marked. Even with a full group of marked targets, it can still take several attempts. But to get marked in the first place, you're going to have to run invasions. See, we tied it back together to the beginning? Even after you qualify for a reward, keep running the mission and eventually you'll get a loving message from either Vayhek or Alid V letting you know you got their attention. You can double check it went through by going to your profile and seeing who wants your blood at any particular time. Once marked, just load up a Grineer-controlled map for the G3 or a Corpus-controlled one for the Harvester, and they'll do the rest. From that point on, it's a waiting game just like with the Stalker, but if you want the best possible odds, get a full group of friends or clanmates all marked at the same time with the same faction assassin, and you should run into them more frequently than you would by yourself. Just go about your business as usual, no need to rush and speedrun it as that actually hurts your chances. If you end up completing the mission quickly, just chill in the mission for a handful of minutes, and if they still don't show up by then, just head on out and give it another go. There's a few stages of RNG involved in getting those weapons, but it's nothing too complex. Just take your time, be patient, and eventually that secondary of choice will be yours. Hopefully this guide helped you out or put a smile on your face, and as always, thank you for watching, and catch you next time, Legion. Take care.